Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Hope we are all doing well. Welcome along to Affinity Racing and a brand new update. A brand new update on Gran Turismo. We've got the 1.26 update, probably the biggest one that it has launched since release. There's been a couple of big ones, but this is a big one. We've got a brand new track. We've got a few new cars. Nothing too particularly, fantastic about that or to shout about. Next week, I very much assume that the Michelin Raceway or whatever it's called will be next week's daily race. I presume that will be the case. We've got a fancy-looking little city village thing going on here, and we've got a few bits going on up here. I think these were already here, but I could be wrong. Bonus, you've got the viewers campaign, which we'll have a little look at that. I think I'd already delved into this one. But there's a couple of bits that we're going to do on tonight's stream. Oh, yeah, this was just the questionnaire type thing, wasn't it? We've got the bonus campaign, which was already there before the update. So we're not going to be doing that either, although it looks like it could be some good... What's that? That's just another questionnaire thing. There's no driving involved. That's no good. And then the Nations Cup finals are over here. But anyways, the interesting thing that we have... there's a few new features. You can now sell cars. They've updated some stuff in the lobbies. All good stuff. But what we're going to be looking at tonight's stream is 2 races. They've got 2 events on for us here, which we are going to do both of these. They do look like they're going to be relatively easy races, but we'll make the most of them. Then we're going to jump over to the new track that we have in this update, which is an American track. And it is Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. And we're going to do a custom race on this for about half an hour. So whatever that will be, 10 or so laps, or 15 or so laps, 15, 20 laps. That should be good fun. And then we'll jump onto the daily races for a little bit of fun there. So Friday streams is now hopefully going to be a thing. They will not be religiously every single week, but I do hope that I can do it as regularly as possible because I want it to be, well, it's going to be a new thing basically. Friday fun on Gran Turismo. That is the plan. Feel Good Friday and all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to starting this. I think that should be quite fun. That should be quite good. And it will be when I'm not gigging with the band. So if we're out and we're playing a gig or a wedding or whatever, then obviously I kind of do no streaming. Sadly, it would be good if I could, but I can't do both. So hopefully we'll have a video or something going out, anyways. And then the following Friday or whenever I'm next free will be the next stream. So that's going to be the plan. So I tell you what, we will just jump straight into this then. I think. See how we manage to do. I see that Zafra's streaming as well tonight. Well, I was thinking the Mercedes for this one. I mean, the Supra is probably the best shout, but I fancy the Mercedes. Something a little bit different. Some nice liveries on there as well. They're all looking rather cool. Da, 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 da. Do not disturb on. There we go. Right, cool. So let's get this one done. Let's have a little look. Is there some race? Oh, some race details. Do we need to go back to have a look at this? A few people already done this earlier on today and yesterday. I think this came out yesterday, didn't it? Nothing in particular. Oh, car settings allowed. Are you allowed to do some tuning? Oh no, balance power tuning prohibited. Off. Ah, so you can do tuning. Tuning prohibited is off. So you're allowed to do tuning on this one. Interesting. Interesting. Should we try it first without? See whether or not we need it. In the hope that we don't. Doesn't look like there's required tyres on this one. So it looks like we should be okay without. Where do we start? Do we start right at the back? Probably sounds about right, doesn't it? Quite the gap for a rolling start then. Ten laps for on the soft tyre. I don't know if they will last the whole race. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Never mind. Indeed it is. Yes, I don't know if the tyres will last this whole race, to be fair. We're finding all of this out in this first lap. Oh dear, we've lost that position. Do you think there might be some potential for some rain in this race as well? I'm not too sure. I've not seen any of this, any content surrounding this yet. So I've got absolutely no idea. I think we might end up struggling to catch the race leader at this rate though, because we've not closed that gap at all. A few silly mistakes and whatnot. That being another one. Brilliant. Fantastic. Oh dear. Get it together, lad. Come on. We're about to be absolutely showing up here. me saying this was going to be easy. Clearly, it's only easy if you're able to drive without crashing. Right, these soft tyres obviously aren't going to last the whole race. Not when we're driving like the way we just have and sliding it across the track, probably more especially. Right, we've just made life very, very difficult. Let's see, we've got 32 seconds to close in 9 laps. We've got to be about 4 seconds per lap. 4 seconds a lap quicker. So we'll know if we're on track, but if we get this down to 27-second gap, we'll know if we're on track with that target. Oh, not like that, we won't be. We outbrake. .9. Around the outside of the AI. We're also going to have to be a little bit careful on fuel here. But since I know that these soft tyres are not going to make it to the end of the race, I don't intend to do a no stop. Probably see if we can get them halfway to the halfway through this race. Awfully done. Oh, that's running wide. That's probably a penalty. Avoiding action, I will say. Traffic going dangerously slow. Trying to keep my foot down there for realistically no reason whatsoever. Yeah. Oh, here we go, a bit of rain. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is what we want in the online lobbies. This is what we were more or less felt like we were promised on the online lobbies, and we've not had it yet at all, I don't think. Right, we need to look at the weather radar here. Does this look like this rain is going to stay? Or do we try one more lap? A little bit risky here and go one more lap. Still feels like we got full grip so far. I'm going to go one more. A little bit risky perhaps. Rain is going to be staying, but it looks like we've got enough grip to hang on to it for now. I want this down to about 19 seconds by the end of this lap. More than that, actually, we need 18. As we venture in to the middle of the track where there seems to be a little bit less rain. Seems to be a little bit drier. Welcome along then if anyone's just joining. We're going to be doing these three Gran Turismo World Series, World Final special event type things that we've got on here as you load up the village, the home screen of Gran Turismo. Up there in the top right corner. There we go, totally dry now. Well, it has been raining here, but it's now not raining and it's perfectly dry. As we take on these two races, I actually binned it on the first lap, and so it made the challenge a little bit more difficult for myself. Even more difficult now because it's a question of whether or not we go one more lap. We've got such high tyre wear, and fuel depletion is pretty rapid as well. Need to be about 4 seconds a lap quicker than the race leader, which at the moment I think we have done. I'm going to go one more lap here. Got no choice really but to try and stretch these tyres. One more lap. We'll see if we can do it. I'm going to go halfway. We've got no grip though on that left rear. Got no tread left, or actually we're going to have no tread left on any of the tyres by the time we come to the end of this, so this should be interesting. Around the AI through RALENO there. We're going to try and land ourselves a double overtake here into the braking zone. Oh, it doesn't quite happen. They stick with it there. To AI cars. Oh, and there is the lack of grip now. Really starting to have it take its toll. Kuang should be interesting here then. Oh my god. Very slow through there. No grip to be able to turn. Keep our foot down as best we can do. Try not to put your foot down too sharply on the gas. Like that. That's really what we were trying to avoid. Right, into the pits then for a fresh set of soft tyres. Doesn't look like the leader has pitted though. They continue on. This might actually be a bit more difficult than I thought, you know. Well, I've certainly made it more difficult for myself by binning it on the first lap, but there we go. go. What gap? What ridiculous gap are we going to have now? Oh my god. 43 seconds. It's 43 divided by 5. 45 divided by 5 is 9. We're going to be 9 seconds a lap quicker. That's not going to happen. That's never going to happen. Even against really, really rubbish AI. That is never going to happen. We'll set ourselves the impossible challenge though. We'll see if we can do it. Just includes not binning it. That's all I need to do. Surely they must be going into the pits at some point, no? Even a set of hard tyres aren't going to last the full 10 laps, I don't think. So surely enough, at some point, yeah, the AI must be pitting. Otherwise, I call bluff on the whole real driving simulator marketing ploy. At this rate, yeah, we will have actually been 9 seconds quicker than the race leader this lap. At this rate. Doesn't look like he's coming in though. Craig, how we doing? Good evening. Done this as a no stop on the hards, yeah, it looks like that's the way to do it. Misjudged that one altogether, didn't I? Yeah, it looks like if you were going to no stop, I think the hard is going to be the only tyre. I've set myself a rather impossible challenge here though, of trying to do 2 stints on the soft and binning it twice basically at the on the first lap, so at least makes it a little bit more interesting, kind of, if not just really, really difficult. So we have actually been 9 seconds quicker on that previous lap. We're going to get held up here, however. Surprised he doesn't get a penalty there. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it as well. Pesky AI. How come they've got to do Eau Rouge and Radion at 12 mile an hour, but yet they outbrake you into the chicane? What's all that about? Right, sun is out now. Let's try and get this gap squashed as much as possible. Oh, that was good. Oh, sugar. Yeah, that was good. Nicely done. 27-second gap. Look at the time we've lost. Extreme fuel saving as well. Yes, good point. Because yeah, you would have struggled to do 10 laps for sure. Greg, how are we doing? Good evening. You catch that comment there. Started 15th, pitted onto mediums, finished 4th. Wow. Wow. That's Daily Race C is Watkins Glen. I'm trying to remember, is there a pit stop involved in that one, or have you tried to go? I think you go along on that one, don't you? Is the typically quicker way anyway, so you've done pretty well there for sure. Right. We're 24 seconds behind with 3 laps to go. Excuse me, got the hiccups with 3 laps to go. We now need to be 8 seconds a lap quicker and and not get held up by the AI as we try and pass them. No fuel saving really needed, but we will keep an eye at the moment just to be on the safe side here. Right, 18 seconds rather, sorry. We're doing okay. If we can get this gap down to 16 seconds, then we're on track for that 8 seconds per lap quicker that we need to be. Here's Gallo again, passing in for the second time this race. Hopefully passing on the second time. We'll see if we do manage that. There we go, down to 15 seconds the gap now in the Honda. 15.7, 15.6, 0.5. Ooh, slight lift there. 14 seconds, there we go. Race leader goes into the pits on the hard tyres. Why would you do 8 laps on the hard tyres if you weren't going to do just another 2 laps? Oh well, there we go. Providing we don't be an absolute fool like we almost were there. Now we only need a 10-second gap. This should be relatively easy. Popping out for a bit, no worries at all, mate. Hopefully catch you back on here in a little bit. We're going to be doing some daily races later on. We're going to do this race. We're going to do the other race. I'm forgetting where it's at. Willow Springs, I think it is, isn't it? We're going to be doing that one, and then we're going to jump on to the Michelin Raceway. Ooh. Checking out the new track. Not one that I'm too familiar with, so checking out a new track, which should be good fun. And then we'll jump on to some daily races over at Watkins, Glen. So much to look forward to in this stream. It's all happening. It is all happening. Zafra is streaming as well. Hopefully catch him on track. That'll be good fun. .5 is the gap, 6.4. Right, we just want to try and, not assuming that I'm going to win this race, but try and bring it home now. We don't need to push as hard. 5.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2. I'm catching rather rapidly, thankfully, and I think I've just caught a glimpse of the race leader there. I absolutely have. There we go, locked in our sights. 4.4, 4.3. 3.7. Tell you what, we've cut it fine, but we should be okay. A little bit more rain though to make things interesting. I like it. I like it. The rain does return. Is he going to go into the pits? He goes into the pits. Interesting. Oh, he's on the hard tyres, he's got to refuel. Is he staying on the hards? .3 is our lead now. That should have been a lot more difficult than what it turned out to be. That should have been way more difficult than it turned out to be, that. Starting right at the back, I binned it twice. And by the start of the 10th lap, we got an 11.5 second advantage. Oh, it's getting really wet now though, actually. That said, so let's let's actually maybe be a little bit more careful here. Yeah, there we go. There it is. is. That's what we needed to be careful of. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, I take back what I was saying. That does actually make it really, really interesting now. Now we've got to try and do our best to get this car around the rest of the track on what is extremely used tyres. Oh my word. Yeah, we're going to struggle here. Should have gone into the pits. Oh no! Oh no! Should have went into the pits. Should have went into the pits. My word. Right, I take back what I was saying about it being easy. I spoke too soon. Surely he's got to be going as slow though. We're still closing to him, despite driving this slowly. No! We're not turning, we're not turning, we're not turning. No! Binned it. I'll have more luck driving backwards. Oh, I can't believe we're going to have to start this one again. Tragic. No. No. Right, Gran Turismo has outdone me here. No, I've done it again. Oh my word. We're going to end up dead last at this rate. Look at this, they're all going so slow. I'm determined to finish the race still though. No! 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 Oh, that's impossible. That is impossible. Come on. No. Oh, bugger off. What's that for? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, that was funny. Let's try that again. I'm going to do the racing soft again. I'm going to just jump straight back in and try again. Here was me saying at the start of that last lap, this has turned out to be way easier than it should have been. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Right, if the same thing happens, which I presume it will do, then we know that we don't that we go into the pits on that last lap. We know that we go into the pits on the last lap. Might as well make it interesting with the pit stop still on the two sets of softs. Can't believe that, that's embarrassing. We got caught out so much there. Outwitted by Gran Turismo on that one, I was. That right there, though, what we've just experienced, is what I want in lobbies. That is what I want in the daily races, and I think that's what we all want in the daily races as well. We want some kind of jeopardy and risk and gamble involved, because think of the amount of races. Yes, you're going to lose quite a few and drop some places because of that, but think of those races where you're trailing dead last and you decide to jump into the pits on the last lap because you spot a little bit of rain, everybody else stays out, and you end up with a podium or a race win or just a really, really good result in general off the back of it. I think that is what we, and it's capable of doing so, I would have thought, but I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see that, a bit more of what we've just had there in some actual daily races. But for it to be different, every race, for people to genuinely not know, or there be no pattern to the lobby, and you know, I would just love that. I just really, really think that it would add so much. It needs to be genuinely random, because if they have it where it's the race, say daily race C, if it's the race that starts on the hour has no rain, and then the race that starts on the half hour has rain, if it's something so predictable like that, people work it out too quickly. And so you need to have some sort of genuine randomization to something like that, which I appreciate is perhaps a little bit difficult, but as far as I'm aware, that is what majority of people were so excited about. That was such a big advertisement for Gran Turismo. People would have only assumed that it was available online as much as it was in the personal lobbies against the AI. I certainly did assume that it would have been available online a little bit more than what it has been so far. And we haven't had it yet, so I do feel like a lot of people maybe feel like they've been oversold and under-delivered with Gran Turismo. You know, the game's been out for, what will it be now? 6 months? 7 months? 8 months? 8 months, I think, isn't it? Came out in March, is that right? So it's been out a while. People feeling like they want what they actually bought it for. Want to be given what they believed they had bought. Oh, I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't win that race, though. I thought about going into the pits as well. And then I just thought, no, I'll stay out. Oh, that was a bit late, wasn't it? That was a bit... I'd be slating someone if they'd just done that to me there. Why are you braking? Why are you braking? Go. Oh, nearly. Almost. There we go, we have ourselves a little bit of rain again. Looks like it is going to be exactly the same as the previous race. Which even that is a shame for me. I would love it if this race could also be randomised, so that you didn't know what was coming, because now we know to pit on that final lap. And we know that we don't need to pit on this one. This first rain stint, we can just stay out. As committed as we could have been there. Ooh, nearly running wide. Let's close this gap again. Let's see if we can catch to the back of the leader before we go into the pits. Now, of course, it's the same race. Same race as what we've just done in terms of track and combo and what the weather's doing and when. But this one obviously very different. At this point here we were still right the way at the back of the grid maybe. Maybe we just got to the podium positions by this point. Or we were almost getting there. Either way we were absolutely not in the position that we are now. Oh ho ho. Almost losing that one. .7, 3.6, 3.5. Not going to be as close as I wanted to be. A couple of mistakes there. Otherwise, not too bad a stint though. A bit earlier there. Is he also going in the pits? No. Whoa! Onto the softs we go. Come on, boys. Quick stop. Get a bit of refueling done. There we go. Let's get on it. Here we go. Try once again to close this gap as much as we can do. But based on the last race, I don't know if that's actually another thing that stays the same. Whether or not all of their strategies stay the same. That would be interesting to know. I presume that it must do. I guess that they'll just be on a sort of set path to follow and a set strategy and everything else. So, it'll be interesting to see. For some reason I felt like I wasn't going to make that there, but we're alright. Tenths loss there. A little bit wide. Well, one thing's for sure, I didn't expect to be doing this race twice. Evening, Michael, how we doing? Missed a bit. What else have you done? Failed miserably at this race, basically. So we're doing this one for a second time. We actually ended up, would you believe it, racing against the AI, finishing last. Yeah, we got some dynamic weather in this one, and that caught me out on the last lap. Wasn't able to get the car round. I was able to spin it round a lot, but it was I heck able to get it around the track before everybody else. I was in P1 by about 10 seconds or something like that, and then the rain did come, and I crashed it right here on this little straight here, and then it all went a bit downhill after that. Then binned it on every corner and every straight in the absolute sopping wet rain. Whoa, sorry buddy. Sorry AI. Cut you off a bit there. Never mind. Right, we've got Glorious Sun again, which is exactly what happened in the last race. Glorious Sun for a bit, and then the rain landed. Ran full wets. Wow. Oh, so you pitted when the sort of lighter showers came, and then stuck with it. From then you must have done. To be fair, it's going to say that AI was wanting to kill me a bit there, but I did almost just ruin his race. So bit of a dry line appeared before it rained heavy again. Yeah, I did start to notice that. I was trying to stick on it, but it did not serve me too well, because I done a stop in the middle, because we obviously got very high tyre wear on this one, as you'll know. But yeah, so I'm doing 2 stints on the soft tyres. That's a lovely run out of Radion there. Make up 2 places. We're possibly going to have P4 here into the braking zone. Will we, won't we? Will we, won't we? Well, it was worth having a little look. Just a little bit too far. To the inside, no. To the outside, no. Let's try and prioritise the run. We'll get round eventually. We've got a fellow Merc here. We outbrake quite horrifically there, but it's enough to bully our way through. Yeah, so I was doing, so by the time I, doing 2 stints on the soft, so by the time the rain came on lap 9, or the end of, start of lap 10, my tyres were absolutely shot. You only get 5 laps out of them, and you have absolutely no whites on the tyres at the grid at the bottom, so, oh, that was perfectly fine actually. There we go. Dark blue radar patches for the heavy rain in Ascon Cope. Right, interesting then, because I wasn't sure what they're doing as our wet, but I'm going to go with the wet then, full wet. Don't need it on this one. No rain yet. Still quicker on the softs. And away we go. Ho ho! That's not the line you want to take. If we're ahead by more than 10 seconds, shall I stay on the soft tyres and try and do the last lap in the pissing down rain? Just for a laugh. Even though we did it the last lap, last race, and it clearly is not a good idea. Could be a bit entertaining though, trying to hold on to P1. Who votes for that? Who votes for a laugh? Who's fun? 8.5, 8.4, we lose a bit of time there. 8.5 again, soon gain it. Gain it back on the straights. Here comes the rain. Let's be sensible. Just conscious of dropping down a load of positions as well, however. Full wet. No need to refuel, I wouldn't have thought. Right, the Spaniard stays out. The man from Japan in P2 stays out. There we go. Got 13 seconds to catch up. Now 13 seconds to try and close. I have to accept the penalty. Just keep pushing. Yeah, 2-second penalty, pretty brutal. I have to take it though. There was no way on earth I was making that corner. It's tricky even on the wet tyres. Don't mind anything else. 8 seconds to close, half a lap to go with a 2-second penalty to be served. Are we going to manage it? A bit of pushing to try and do, yeah. It's almost cost me there. He's braking very early, as you'd expect. The outside of the BM with a 2-second penalty to serve further up ahead. Well, yeah, job's a good one. Tell you what, regardless, actually, I don't think you would be able to do that without pitting on that last lap, you know. I really don't think you'd be able to do that without pitting. A new record. "24 minutes and 9 seconds. Oh, I didn't see your message until just then, Michael, but yeah. Maybe that would have been a wise idea for me, that. See, I've almost been in it so many times, but there we go. Not too bad, not too bad. 22 minutes 47 for that whole race for the man in P1 there. Crazy. We will take the 1 million credits. 1.8 million credits. Happy with that. Right, we will jump into the next one. I wanted to quickly try and get these done. That's taken me a full hour just to do one race, which is a little bit crazy. So we're behind schedule if we're looking at it that way, but I don't think it matters too much as long as we're having fun. Right, Willow Springs, Big Willow. Well, looks like decision is made on which car is best to go for then. In fact, actually, oh, they're all literally the same car. Right, okay, so it makes absolutely no difference then. That seems a bit bizarre. Explains why the top million positions would have all been the same car. Yeah, a little bit harder on pad, Michael, isn't it, to control the throttle. With actual pedals, obviously, you have a little bit more move, a little bit more give, but what do you have? You have like a centimetre on pad. Oh god! I'll tell you what, it is. Speed of this thing's pretty impressive, but the brake's not so. It feels like the brake's not so much. When that turbo kicks in, feels like there's no speed at all. And then there it is, all of a sudden. Right, again, I'm on racing soft tyres here. Not sure if we're on the right strategy as such, but I don't think there was any... there wasn't much tyre wear on this one, so I think we're alright. It's really hard to get used to the gears on this. Wow, that's really bizarre. A lot of downforce on this thing, but it feels a little bit weird in the corner still. Really weird and such a difficult car to get used to, that actually. I've never driven this one before. You feel the turbo power band kick in. Whoa! It's so weird though that there's literally like no engine noise with this car. I've got both headphones on. I normally kind of race with one slightly off just so I can hear myself talking still, but that's what's thrown me off the most as well. I think there's no actual engine noise or notes to know where exactly you kind of are. It's very quiet and very distant. There's literally no engine noise whatsoever. Why is that? That is so bizarre. Anyone else had the same thing? Oh my god, it's so weird under braking that. That's a horrible car to drive. Oh, and we get hit. Let's pause that for a second. That's bizarre. Because Spa's shit. Good evening, Stu. How are we doing? $5 to 10 minutes for 1 million credits. That's not too bad if you want to try and mine yourself some cash. Right. Why has this not got an engine? Why is the engine so quiet? Anybody else have this, or is this just a glitch on me? There's literally no engine sound whatsoever. And it's certainly not battery. Certainly not an electric car. I know that much. Unless it is, but it's definitely not. Not that I know of, anyway. What is going on? What's the broadcast mode? What's broadcast mode? I missed that. Never seen broadcast mode before. Yeah, there's literally no engine noise. What am I missing? This race has a key guide for a reason. Sound and you had oh, you had sound. So you had an engine note. That's really weird. That is really weird. Yeah, under braking it's a bit oh god. Takes a bit of getting used to. Jesus. This is impossible. Oh, this is so difficult. This is stupidly difficult. Yeah, the engine sound you're talking about, Stu, is a glitch. It's got to be, isn't it? Got you. Yeah, it just throws you off altogether because you don't know. You can see the rev limiter, but you know it's kind of like you don't want to watch the rev limiter all the time to start feeling where you are throughout the gears. You can hear oh man, you can hear the competitors' engine noise. You can hear theirs. Right, we're obviously going to need to start this race again, but we'll continue as we are while I try and still get used to this bloody car. Outside here. It's so weird racing in silence. Ah. So weird racing in absolute silence. It is a bit like driving an electric car, so it sounds or feels like. Yeah, here's engine. That's what I'm supposed to be hearing. Except a little bit more up close. So weird. Anyways, I'll stop going on about it. We all know the score. We all know that that's the case, so if I need any excuses, that's a pretty good one, I think. Is this a four-wheel drive or not? No. Yes, I thought it must have been. Right, let's retry that then. Right, let's be in P1 by the end of this lap. Good start. 5 positions. 5 positions made up. Cars with Mr. AI. said P1 by the end of the first lap. It's instead took a lap and a half this time. There we go. Tagged by the AI. No way. What a sore loser. I don't think my move was quite the best though, was it? Let's be fair. AI getting instant revenge on a rather forceful overtake from me. Get out of the way. And you, out of the way. Right, let's go for a second overtake, or attempt a second overtake. Whoop. I was saving that for some time there, it felt. If you no longer go for a gap. The full quote from Senna is that if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you are no longer a racing driver. I say if you no longer go for a gap, even if it doesn't exist, you are no longer a racing driver. Ah! Well, that stupidity has put me right back down the grid now, hasn't it? I'm getting impatient with this combo now. .8 to the leader. Let's get this closed again for like the 6th time this race. Need 5th gear there, getting bogged down in 6th. And we'll have that once again. Why can't I brake with this thing? Oh man. Keep making the same stupid mistake under braking every time. We're about to head on to the final lap now. I need to close this gap again. I'm not doing this race for a third time. No way. I don't enjoy it that much. 7. Let's close this gap again. We'll close most of that on this final corner because the AI brakes very, very early. Oh, maybe we won't. Yes, we will. Oh, we'll take a full second out. On the final corner, let's go again. Final lap. Bosh, 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 bosh. Right, let's actually make this one stick this time. We only just got that there, actually. That would have been brilliant. Right. Job done, job done. Thank God for that. We managed it. A lot harder than it should have been, but there we go. Nevertheless, all good fun. All good fun. Right, let me just make a quick note here, sorry. There we go. Bosh, bosh, bosh. They do a good Sky. They do. They do. You can't fault them. Genuinely, there's, you know, there is loads of good stuff about Gran Turismo. It's just a shame it's sometimes not the racing. It's just a shame that the racing sometimes gets forgotten about. Right, let me just quickly put a fan on. 2 minutes. Right, job is a good one. Thank God for that. Right, what should we do on this one, Em? Let's do group 3. Not where we want to be. Right, throw some suggestions my way because we're going to jump onto the new track. We're going to go check it out. Throw some suggestions my way for the lobby. We'll do group 3. But what do we want to do? We'll obviously start at the back with some AI. Yeah, I predict that Road Atlanta will be a daily next week because it's new track, isn't it? They're guaranteed to put it in, I would have thought. I can't see them not doing that, to be honest with you. We'll go in the WRX. We'll jump in the WRX just because why not? Get some suggestions in if there's anything you want to see in this lobby. We'll like dynamic time and weather and all the rest of it. custom, not drift trial. Definitely not drift trial. My God. Right, we'll do 15 laps. I'll start all the way at the back. Grid start, might as well. Balance of power on. Slipstream reel. Boost off. Yeah, boost off. Mechanical damage heavy. Let's do it all properly. I want tyre wear. Have I just done tyre? No, hang on. Oh yeah. Tyre wear times 10. And we'll have to do a few pit stops and all the rest of it. We'll try all the different tyres in this one. Preset weather, custom weather. Variable time, we'll do times 30. I don't know, my maths isn't good enough to know what this would even equate to realistically. But if we do afternoon, I do the circuit experience. It's in the Beetle. Okay. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. What is it? I've never done a circuit experience. A turbo. Oh, okay. Right, sector 1. Okay, let's do this. And then we'll do a quick race in it. And then we'll start. Um, 9 o'clock for the dailies. And we'll get 2 attempts in. Oh, ho, ho, ho. We'll get 2 attempts in of the dailies. How about that? Sound like a plan? We'll not get caught out by this again. Oh, we do. Ah! Oh, no. Can you tell I still don't know the track very well? Right, I'm not bothered about trying to get gold. I'm not too bothered about trying to get gold. I would go as far as saying I do not care. Worth watching the demos for the sectors. Yeah, I might do. I think next week I'll probably work on it quite a bit. Try and learn the track. Because then when it comes to quali, sometimes it's a bit easier to watch the top 10 lap times, isn't it? Oh, I knew that right-hander was coming as well, because I remembered thinking that it was similar to so many corners that I know. Oh, that one was close. That one was a bit closer. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Okay, still bronze. Never mind. I wouldn't have been far off if I didn't lose that gear there. Didn't shift up early enough. Right, final sector. This one's a bit easier. All the way up this straight. We've got a big braking zone down here though. Tricky one to get right. There'll be a lot of people running wide there in the dailies, trying to outbrake each other. Silver for that one. Let's do the 1 lap attack. Let's see if we can see how close we get on that, and then we'll do a quick race, and then we'll get on to the daily races for 9 PM. We'll get 2 attempts done in the dailies. Hopefully some good couple of races there. Excuse me, I've had hiccups all stream. What's going on? Obviously need to open that corner up quite a bit more than what I just did. Oh shit, on the wrong way. I was about to turn hard right onto the grass there. Ah, went wide. What a plonker. There's opening the corner up and there's opening it up and there's dissecting it and butchering it like I just did. .119 is a golden lap time. Right, got the big braking zone here. Don't run wide. I'm well off that ghost. 19.7, that's still, it's still not bad. 7/10, see if I can take off 7/10 on this next attempt. All gold is 1 million. I don't think I'm going to get that. Could do if I sat on it a little bit more actually, but... Oh, I thought those ghosts, I thought the ghost seemed to do something a bit weird there. It's because there was 2 of them. I was going to watch you beat my 17.9. What did I get on that last one? What did I get on that last one? Did I get... Oh, 17.7 did I get? No, 19... No, hang on a minute. What did you say you got? 17.9. I got 19.9. Or 19.7. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to beat that. Christ, I'll be nowhere near. Not a chance, I wouldn't have thought. Not right now, anyways. Hopefully I'm a bit closer to that, Michael, after it's been like a daily race next week or something. Surely I can take off these 7/10s, at least get the gold lap time. Oh no, ran too deep there. Surely you can just keep this flat. Oh! Right, one more lap. Since I've got that wheel, yeah, honestly, I totally agree. I've made big improvements on quali time. I am spending a little bit more time on quali now, I will admit that. But this wheel has made a huge difference. Without doubt, I can confidently say that it has. I know it has. But yeah, now I'm making sure I kind of find the time on the Mondays to to try and put some quali practice in and get some decent quali times. This should hopefully be a 19, well, an 18, sorry, to get the gold, below a 19. Let's not break too late on this one. That'll lift a bit there. 18.3, there we go. That'll do. That'll do. So what did you get, Michael? You had 17.9, right, okay. I will aim to get as close to that as I can do next week. Assuming it's got to be the dailies next week, hasn't it? It's guaranteed to be, really. Right, cool. Let's do a race round here. I feel like we'll get up to speed with it a little bit better if we do a race. So we will do that. We'll do time are we on now? 30. We'll do 20 laps because it's only 1 minute 10 per lap. Number of cars 20. Rolling. We'll do grid start. Starting position at the back. Balance of power on. Mechanical damage on. Fuel consumption we'll do times 10. Tyre wear we'll do times 10, so there'll be quite a few pit stops. We'll maybe reduce this to 15 laps just to be safe. Real. Custom weather. We do a bit of that. Oh. That's the thing. I don't want to set something and then know what's coming. So maybe we just don't do any weather. Oh, yeah. We just do random. Yeah, okay. Oh, you idiot. No. Absolute donkey. Sorry, guys. 2 minutes. We start this again. Sorry. Right, that should definitely update to Polyphony if you're listening. That should definitely have it. Are you sure you want to quit? Right, preset. No. Custom weather, random. Do afternoon, but we'll do times 30, so we might run into the night here. We don't know. Group 3. Professional. No messing about. We'll try and make it a bit of a challenge. Time penalty. Weak for a wall barrier, I think, is fair to say. We'll have strong shortcut penalties. Car collision penalty. We'll do everything properly. And flag rules on. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, I imagine there'll be quite a bit of time to be gained all around, really. Oh, shit, what we're doing. Okay, fair enough. That was a quick grid start. Didn't have time to do anything there. Bit bizarre. Right, we're finding out just how you managed to navigate a race around here. Trying not to crash into cars as well, since we've set penalties up for that. We don't want any of that. Try and have an actual race around here as best we can do. Tyre wear very high, fuel wear very high. We've got 15 laps to try and do. Around the outside, Jesus. Right, we're up to P15, make that 16. Do a slightly longer stint on the hard tyres. See how we get on. What's people's thoughts on this track then? Do we like it? Do we not? I'm quite a fan of it. Not one that I was too familiar with, to be honest, but I do have to say I quite like it. feel like it has potential for some decent races, daily races. Whether it actually produces decent daily races, I don't know. Yeah, in that Beetle, yeah, it might be slightly different depending on the car. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's just mainly the gearings, isn't it? Really, 7 gears in that one. Not many of the Group 3s do have got a lot of power. Not many of them have 7 gears though. Sometimes why I like the Beetle, especially on a track that is a little bit like this, or a Suzuka type track where you can drive a lot of it through the gears. You've got so much more flexibility in gear 7. You can rely on a little bit more engine braking because you've got 1 extra gear, so chances are there'll be a gear there that can cover you for that corner really. Without being bogged down in a certain gear or all that sort of stuff, having to be on the absolute edge of, say, 3rd gear right the way around a corner. A little bit easier to manage in a car like the Beetle. Right, double overtake here maybe, into the braking zone. Yes. Right, going to try and save as much fuel here. Tyre wear proven to be quite high. We did set it as that, obviously, so it is as we expected. Weather set to random as well. Whether or not they've actually got rain available for this track, although it did look like it was going to let me select that in the lobby setup. So .5 off the lead. We are closing, but we're just going to keep getting stuck in traffic at the moment. A lot of traffic to try and get through. Particularly this Aston Martin looking a little bit bigger than most of the cars we've yeah, that's true. A race with the AI is is never really a race, is it? It's just it's like just trying to drive the track with a bit of traffic. Well, the Alpha held its line there. The Aston Martin holding its line a little bit too much there almost. It's alongside me here. I'm going to try and go around the outside of him. I turned in on him there. I say that one's actually fair play. Oh dear. Never before did I think I'd be defending the actions of an AI race car, but there we are. I don't think you did anything wrong there. How does he know? How does he know? How does he know what's right and wrong? That Aston. Oh, 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 oh. I tell you what I can say, it's difficult to overtake around here. And that's with AI that is incredibly slow. So it will be a difficult race in the dailies for sure. Qualifying time is going to be important around here, no doubt about that. There's the obvious major braking zones, but they're into such tight chicanes and hairpins that it actually is going to be really, really difficult to overtake around here. Most definitely. What's he trying to do? He's trying to go into the pits. .3 to the leader. Alright, we're getting into some nighttime racing here. Racing a bit in the dark. I tell you, this is really difficult to overtake. You really do have to try and think. This is probably one of the main overtaking opportunities if you can just manage to get your car to the inside. probably have that run a little bit wider here. Still maintain decent exit. Still got to be quite careful though. So that is interesting. I'm really going to have to start fuel saving a little bit here. This obviously being another main overtaking opportunity, but it's difficult if you're side by side with a car here. It's going to be very easy to outbrake and get that wrong. We'll go one more lap. Into the middle of the night we go. Side by side with the AI. He has the right to the line. Holds his line as well, fair play. Oh god. Now all of a sudden the track becomes a bit difficult to remember in the pitch black when you've got a few less visual cues to go by. We're up into the podiums though. Give the space. Whoa! Let's see if I can do one more lap. Try and push for one more lap. It's going to be hard. I'm going to try and fuel save one more lap with half a lap of fuel, just to see if we can do it. Just to try and not hinder that strategy all too much. Starting to get used to this track a little bit, starting to remember it almost. Oh no, that's track limits. Right, driving really slow now. All the way up in 6th gear. 3% of fuel remaining. Got lift and coast everywhere now. We'll go into the pits this lap, if we indeed even make it to the pits. Looks like it's going to be quite tight. Set myself quite a challenge there, of fuel saving all that much. We'll coast all the way down into this braking zone. We'll pretty much coast all the way through it as well. Right, here we go. Over to the right hand side. Oh no, we're going to get a penalty for cutting the pit lane. Wasn't expecting that slight dink to the right there. That one caught me out. Oh, back onto the hard tyres. I hadn't selected other tyres to be available. Never mind. Right, refuel all the way. We have to do a better job of saving fuel this time round, I think. Oh, that's a slow refuel as well. Very slow refuel. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Right, away we go. Let's drive a little bit more sensibly, shall we? Nice play seat, thanking you. It is, yeah, rather comfortable. Does still hurt your back after you've sat in it for a little while, though, I will say that much. Out of the pit lane we come. We knew we were going to get that penalty crossing the pit lane entrance. Got caught out by the turn to the right hand side, taking a bit too much speed. I'm going to keep an an eye on fuel throughout this one. Do a little bit of a better job. Ooh, a bit too wide again. Right, we need 8 laps of fuel out of this one. I'm going to go fuel mix 2 here, as well as a bit of fuel saving. It's actually going to prove rather difficult to catch the rest of this grid. That also catches you out, that one, because you're expecting to go straight over that hill, or at least I am anyways. Not knowing the track all too well, I'm expecting to go straight over. A little bit similar with this one, kind of not expecting that right-hander there. It sort of catches you out first few laps. I'm starting to remember that it's there, but even then. Right, onto the back of this Aston Martin again then. Can we get around him easy enough? Hopefully so, thankfully so. We do indeed. Oh, sorry, yeah, unfortunately, it's not an open lobby, this one, unfortunately. But I should have done that, shouldn't I? I should have done an open lobby so we could have had people join. That would have been a bit better than watching me do some AI racing. I didn't think many people would want to join though, so I didn't bother, in fear of an empty lobby. So I might do some open lobbies soon enough though. So do keep a check on the streams for those, because I would like to do a few more of those. I think I need a few more followers first though. Otherwise it'll be a race against me and you, buddy. So, although a 1-to-1 might be good fun, wouldn't it? Might be good fun. Getting a little bit better with fuel saving as well, just coasting a few more corners than I was earlier on. Just coasting into a few more corners, I should say. Whoa, I didn't think he was still there. In the VW there. Right, we've got 17 seconds that I need to pull here, which is going to be perhaps be quite difficult, I think. Yeah, early enough on the brakes there. There we go, a few people into the pits. Where's that going to put us? P5, P6 by the looks of it. Oh, P4, even better. Even better. No. Messed that one up. Messed that one right up. Oh, and that. I just totally forgot where I was even going there. Ha! No. Oh, and that. Barrier penalty as well. Damage to the car. I must be the only person in history here that is set to not win a race against the AI on Gran Turismo. Which is a rather tragic sight. someone else into the pits. P3 is ours. Ah, still messing that corner up. No! Not into the wall. Not into the wall. Not into the wall again, surely. Come on. Absolute plonker. No way. Look how much slower we're going to be here. Up against this bloody Aston Martin again. Oh, we've ran wide as well. Got quite a bit of damage there. This actually turned out to be quite a fun race because we're not easily winning, but I would rather be easily winning considering it is going out live on a stream. A bit embarrassing, but there we are. Oh, look at that. They were pitting as well. Oh, I might actually have them then, in that case. Oh, he pits as well. Bonus then. What a treat. What a plonker. Let's not make the same mistake. It's got quite a bit of carrying, still quite a bit of damage actually on the car. Right, 2 laps to go, 2 laps of fuel. With just over 2 laps to go, I should say. We're out in the lead. It won't be for long if we keep driving like this. Overall though, I do really like this track. I think it's going to be a great track for qualifying. But I think that's going to be part of the problem with the daily races. Qualifying around here is going to be quite important. I do think it's going to be quite difficult to race this one through the grid, at least with people who are of the same level of as you. I think that could make things pretty tricky. A lot of time to be lost around here, definitely. If you're fighting a little bit too much, you're side by side. There's so many. The main overtaking opportunities, the main big braking zones, as I mentioned earlier, are kind of into the chicanes. Like a big braking zone like this here is into a chicane. So if you're trying to outbrake someone, you've got to be very careful not to run too wide, run too deep into the corner or run wide. Because if they do manage to get, you could be in front of them by the time you get out of the chicane. Excuse me, hiccups. You could be in front of them by the time you get out of the chicane. But that is such a long straight down the pit straight that they only need a slightly better exit again to catch back up and stay on you. So I will manage to take that one a little bit quicker at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, I imagine that this will be a daily race coming up, so I think we best start getting some practice in for it. Oh, that's every time that I've been too aggressive on that corner. So easy to lose it. We've done all of this race with a bit of damage as well. Now we've got this guy right behind us here. Just need to try and be a little bit defensive. GTR. We're on 1% fuel. Obviously this is not going to happen. We've been done. We've run out of fuel. We've run out of fuel. No. No. No, 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 no. You're not allowed to overtake. Get out of the way. Oh, we can't even try and defend dirtly to get people out of the way. Oh, that is a brutally bad result, that. That is so poor. Against the AI as well. We don't even manage to win against the AI. Oh, and we get wiped out for good measure. Perfect way to end that. I tell you what though, this is such a great track. I really, really do like it. My main takeaway is it's going to be difficult to overtake. Clearly, actually, I'm going to say it's quite difficult to, if you have dramatic fuel depletion, fuel usage consumption, then it's very difficult to fuel save around there. I think I could have done a bit of a better job. But you're going to be very vulnerable on the straights if you're not able to go flat out, and if other people are, or they've fuel saved a little bit better elsewhere. So that's going to be something people need to be concerned about. You're going to lose a lot of time being behind people, that is for sure. So if you are able to do an alternative strategy, maybe if you have to pit, then that is worth looking at as well. But yeah, some good takeaways from that race. Really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. We're going to get on to, yeah, nightmare is an understatement, mate, isn't it? We will get on to some daily races, though. How about that? And we'll have to be quick because we've got like 1 minute to do so. So let's get over to Watkins Glen for some races in the dailies. We're going to be in the W... Oh, no. Now's not the time to press the wrong things. Come on. We're going to be in the WRX. 2 races in there. Nightmare indeed. Though for that one, absolute nightmare. Other than that, though, it was alright. Apart from it being an absolute nightmare, it was alright. What am I doing? What am I doing? Rent a car, WRX, bosh. Let's do it, let's go. Let's get back up to speed in this. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. Oh, Zafra's improved his time. 2/10 ahead of me there. Craig with a 52.3. I think that was what he had earlier this week. Viking with a 52.0. Rapidly quick, almost down into the 51s. So close. No worries, Michael. I shall catch you in a little bit. Good question, actually. British Heart Foundation. Yes, I think there is one this Sunday, but I'm not sure if I can do it yet. I think there is one this Sunday, but I'm not sure if I can do it. Keep an eye on the channel, on the streams. Hopefully I can do. Not 100% sure, though, actually. So, yes, but no worries. Enjoy your weekend, mate. I shall catch you soon. And as you say, if not, then Monday night for the next week. Hopefully it's going to be Atlanta Road is going to be the next race. Certainly looks that way. So fingers crossed. This is a chicane. That's an absolute killer as well, isn't it? Absolute nightmare. Oh, right the way down the back. Look at this. Some fast people in here. Onto the hard tyres. Right, P11. We've had some interesting races around here already, so let's get some bets in firstly on how much chaos is going to be involved in this one. There has been quite a bit in previous, on Monday night stream there was, in a few of those previous races. Let's have ourselves a laugh at the very least. Now, I can't recall, did we have to do a bit of fuel saving around here? I think we did, didn't we? In fact, yeah, that was it. But you didn't have to do too much in the WRX because it's the WRX and short shifting is naturally a lot quicker for this car. So, right, let's see. We're in P11. Womble's saying hello to us. Hopefully we can say hello by not ramming him off the racetrack accidentally and outbraking or making any mistakes. Let's remain everybody's friend in this one. That's what we're aiming to do. Right, let's go. See if we can make up a few positions early doors. We have been able to do so in previous races because of this chicane that we're about to approach, wreaking havoc on the grid. Everybody gets through there fairly cleanly. I don't think anyone's had any difficulties whatsoever, which I wouldn't have expected too much, to be honest, from everybody in this lobby. But judging by previous races, that is a rarity. There we go, someone has ran wide, had a bit of a nightmare there. Oh, where's he going to end up? Just clipped together a YouTube short from Monday's stream where all the carnage, I think it was the last race of the stream, and we had all the carnage into the chicane, and the guy doing exactly that. He'd gone off and then he'd come back onto the track, totally not in control of the car, and it was spinning around and everything, and then of course collected us. Craig's back. How we doing, buddy? I presume that whatever you've done in that gap of watching this stream and then coming back to watch this stream was more exciting than watching this stream. Oh, nearly. Right, here we go then. Up to P9. Not too shabby. Oh, we got this. Oh, that GTR there. That was my fault. That was absolutely my fault there. I knew it. I had looked back and seen him there, and then just turned the opposite way, the total wrong way to where we should have been. Totally my fault, that one. So if I'd binned that there, that was my bad. That. Thankfully it doesn't happen though. Gonna have to start getting past a few positions here because we're going to be getting held up quite a bit. I'm saying that as if I'm much quicker than this guy. I'm not. He is quicker than me, I think. Otherwise, I'd be past him realistically, wouldn't I? But yeah. See if we can do this before the big chicane. Try and get the best exit that we can do there. I had to lift because I knew I was going to run wide, but it's not a bad exit. In the slipstream, of course, as well. But he's in the slipstream of the guy in front. Who's in the slipstream of the guy in front? Who's in the slipstream of the guy in front? Who's having to defend a train of 5 cars right behind him. So I'm going to go attacking here, or I want to at least. I want to go to this inside. I'm going to let them know that we're there. I'm going to come off the gas and brake quite early though. Just trying to put them off a little bit. Force that error. Run out wide a little bit further here. Just get a nice run round early on the gas. Driving pretty well around here, I would say. Everybody quick enough to outpace the person behind them, or just hold off the person behind them. Slight mistake here though from the GTR. Oh, I will check that comment in a second, Craig, about Nations Cup. Is that something that's been announced, or is it something that we're expecting? I will have a look. So again, just like this year, we did all right. Well, we did all right in manufacturers, and I did pretty well to manage to do as many races in manufacturers as I did. So I'd quite like to do the same again this year, or on the next one that we have coming up. Same for Nations Cup as well, if I can. Oh, nearly onto the grass there. Oh, I feel like there's so many positions, opportunities here for positions. Just not quite coming our way at the moment, but they could be very, very soon. Just going to brake earlier again here. Oh, I end up braking a bit too much and then trying to turn the car a bit too much. Just going to try and prioritise the exit here. Same problem as before. That guy in the blue car up there, I'm not sure what he's driving. I presume it'll be either a GTR or a WRX. He's managed pretty well there, 2 laps so far, defending a train of 4 cars. Any mistakes from anybody here heading up to this tight right-hander? This is a great little corner, this. Really got to make sure you get a good exit. GTR's ran slightly wide there. He's had to snap back. He'll have lost a bit of time against the WRX. These 2 guys fighting is good for us. On the back of them now. Just look at the time that we're losing to the leader though. Not that I'm as quick as the leader, so I can't say that I'm losing time to the leader because of these guys. The race leader is just also quicker. There we go, slightly better exit. That is all we needed there. Going to hang it around the outside. Nicely done, buddy. That's mega. That was good racing. That was really good racing. Don't want to cost either of us too much time though, because that GTR is going to start running away. And realistically, the WRX is the quicker race car. What am I thinking about the update? Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan. I think there's a few features there that I know I won't necessarily be using. The selling the cars feature makes no difference to me. Here we go. Selling the cars makes no difference to me. The lobbies is good, though I don't do too much in the lobbies, but if we bring any of the British Heart Foundation stuff to Gran Turismo 7, which was the plan, We weren't able to do that too much because of the lack of functionality in these new lobbies. Make sure we claim that one there. I was worried that I wasn't going to make it to the apex. Oh, great racing yet again. Great racing. He manages the better run around the outside, the wider line, gets him the better exit. This is good fun, this. All for P9 as well, would you believe? The new track I like. I thought that the Ferrari VGT car was landing with this update as well, but from what I gather, it mustn't be. Does anybody know? I presume I think I've now seen that it was November 27th that was landing. So I was wondering why it didn't come with this update, but honestly, this is so good. This is so good, this racing. It's difficult, it's close, it's tight. It's competitive, it's fair, which is the most important thing. Trying to look at ways to force the error, but it's not quite happening just yet. Also very close at the moment. Yeah, definitely one of the better updates that they've done. There's been some updates they've done that have just been not even worth mentioning, do you know what I mean? It's sort of been like, what was the point in that? But yeah, this time round it's been great. So some good features. Loads of people are happy about it. New track as well. I think, you know, with each update that they do now, it needs to have something major like a new track or a new, well, new cars. I feel aren't that major. Even though there'll be software developers working for Polyphony that are like, you cheeky little so and so. That's a bit of a weird glitch there, wasn't it? We were alongside him there, and then all of a sudden we weren't. Now we've got it. Now we've got it. Surely this is the one. Surely that's the one. He's going to have the slipstream of the GTR. That then becomes ours. We've got a tremendous little run here. Tremendous run. Quite the best exit there, but it'll do. Up to P9 here, we start P11. Those guys are starting to get quite close and fight now. Are they going to cost each other any time here? Oof, that was close. Oh, December the 15th now for the Ferrari. All right, are they just revealing it then on the 27th maybe? Is that what's happening? And then it gets added to the game then. I hope that wasn't too wide there and gives us a penalty. Because my original plan for this stream was to review the Ferrari at Atlanta Road, then do the other races, which I did, and then do the and then jump onto the daily. So I was originally planning to do the Ferrari, and then when I couldn't find it today, I was like, oh right, that's strange. So yeah, obviously not due out for this update. So frustrating to sit and watch the racing unfold ahead of you, and cars running like that so close, but just not being able to get any closer. They're fighting pretty hard, but they're not costing each other too much time at the moment, at least. Anyways, it might start to get a bit different here as we approach the last couple of laps. But I feel like there's a potential that we could end up with P6 here. If these guys start to get a little bit aggressive. They're not at the moment. They're doing very well. Oh, Ranger goes into the pits on the medium tyres. That is an interesting strategy because he's gone from P1. He well could end up coming out behind us here. He's still not refueled yet. Is he coming out of the pits now? No, he's going to end up behind us. There we go, we have P8. Lost myself a bit of time there, too busy watching the boards. I caught a little bit of the World Finals, Craig. I haven't seen too much, but I did end up catching a little bit yesterday, but not enough to grasp what's going on, to be honest. I haven't seen too much, but I might end up catching up on some of it, I think. Has it been good? Have you been watching it, or has there been some headlines kicking about? Is that why you're asking? I presume that it's ran a little bit smoother than the last season. Or one of the last sort of big events that they did. It had the red flag issue, didn't they? And seeing that nothing was really... realising then that Gran Turismo itself maybe wasn't ready. I think at that point it wasn't ready for daily races, never mind World Finals. So, right, Red Fox in front of us then. With good pace. You see that the pack's managed to spread out a little bit now, so unless people are going to start pushing... We need to be careful on fuel here, actually. I've only just noticed. Oh, we need to be very careful on fuel. Maybe that's why the packs just started to spread out a little bit. They've all realised the same thing. Manufacturers tomorrow. What? Manufacturers starts tomorrow? Why am I missing all of this? Manufacturers start tomorrow. Oh, you're talking about the World Finals tomorrow for the manufacturers. Hopefully that's it. Surely I haven't missed that the manufacturer season for us is starting. I really do hope, anyways. those guys are fighting a little bit closer, but I'm going to have to just sit back now. In the hope that I don't lose 3 seconds to this guy, which certainly looks like I'm about to. I've done it once more where I've not managed to look after the fuel enough. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? Only just. Oh, manufacturers tomorrow with grand finals on Sunday. That makes sense. There we go. That makes sense. I panicked for a minute, thinking that I should have been streaming tomorrow. Not that I would have been able to, but... Right, P8 in that one. That was... I really enjoyed that, despite not being the best, sort of, you know... whatever, but yeah. Not too shabby. Is anyone watching the England match? It'll have finished by now, won't it, actually? 9:30. Kickoff was 7, wasn't it? If so, what was the score? Right, let's go again. Oh, about next week's daily. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Gets revealed at the grand finals. That makes sense then. That explains why it's the 27th. That makes sense. What message have I missed about the daily races? Oh, here we go. Daily races. Oh, no. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I think I've missed it altogether, mate. Because they're about the Nations Cup stuff, aren't they? So, where's the ones about dailies? Oh, they are doing Road Atlanta, though, for the World Finals. Let's have a look for daily races. I'll find it on Twitter anyway. Daily races. Oh, it's next week's daily. Sorry. Right, hang on a minute. Oh, right, okay. Weird. I've got you. Sorry, okay. What? So it is Road Atlanta. Right, okay, sorry, I've got you. That's the daily races. So Road Atlanta in the Roadster Touring car for daily race C. That's bizarre. That is a bizarre way to introduce... I've still got hiccups. That is a bizarre way to introduce that track. I would have thought Group 3 or 4 would have been on. But then again, it usually is for daily race C. So... maybe they've decided to do something a little bit different. Maybe they've decided to switch it up. So that's fair enough. That's that confused me, but there we go. Right, okay then. Oh well, that's good. Good, something a bit different. Something a bit different. I mean, that race will be incredibly tricky, I think. But then again, maybe that's the way to go, because at least for the first race, perhaps, because as we found out there, even against the AI Group 3-4, it's incredibly difficult to overtake. Maybe that makes it a bit easier to overtake. I don't know. Into some of those braking zones, it's tricky, really, really tricky, difficult track, and for that reason, I really do like it. Now, I was going to try and do qualifying in the GTR again on this, but I don't think I'm going to have time for the rest of the week. But the GTR did seem to be the quicker car. That's what I've set that 53.4 in, but I've not been able to improve that. Craig's 1.2 ahead of me. Absolutely rapid. I need to be so much earlier on the power there, out of that corner, because the exit speed's everything. Exit speed is everything for there. Need to be a bit later on the brakes there, a bit smoother around there actually, as well. This corner, after a while, I kind of had down all right. That wasn't the worst, wasn't too bad. Just the slightest of lifts needed. Carry this round in 5th. Drop down a gear. Try and run this to the line. Don't think this is going to be much quicker. Oh, it's well off. It is well off the pace. Absolutely well off the pace. Try and run the rest of this 50 seconds or so. We'll not finish this lap. It's the way to make up a bit of time. That's a lot quicker there as well. 3/10 up we're going to be there. Four and a half tenths up. We would have been about 4 tenths off the pace there. And then the daily race is copies from today's Nations Regional Finals. Makes sense. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. Oh! Get out, get out, get out. I need to change tyres. Right, let's see what we can do on this one then. Yeah, I honestly, same Craig. I love the track. Love the track. Really, really good. But as I say, it's just, I think it's got such a good flow. That's what makes it difficult to overtake. There's kind of not those alternate lines, is there? That's the sort of part of the problem with it. For racing, anyways. Qualifying will be mega round there. Trying to get a really good qualifying time in. Yeah, Anyways, let's see what we can do in this one. We're starting even further back. Loads of people improving their time massively now. I'm going to have to do a better job once again of fuel saving though. Didn't do a very good job on that last one, did I? Running out a few hundred yards before the line. Not very good. Ah, change balance of power. Interesting. Oh, you're asking, you're not telling. I thought you were telling me that they've changed balance of power. Yeah, I don't actually know. I never actually read the update note, so I presume there might have been though. They're always tweaking balance of power a little bit, aren't they? So there's a good chance that they were. Or a good chance that they have, I should say, sorry. Yeah, good on fuel, perhaps. Either way, though, I'm going to try and out-drag it here. Elbows out, get our way up the grid here. Here's Womble in front of us. Audi almost having a look to go to the inside there. Was keeping a check on the radar as I was going. Right, we need 10% per lap. In terms of fuel, naturally we'll use a little bit more on the first lap. Trying to stay in tow with everyone. That's a good run out the final corner onto the pit straight. Womble also with a really, really good exit there. What's he in there? He's in the Alpha there, this guy, so he's going to have to be careful on fuel, no doubt about that. So we've got a great overtake in the last stream. Around the outside there we were. Right, this Audi on the back of us once again. Yeah, he's definitely going to try and have a look to the inside, I think. Try and cover it off as quickly as we can. Oh, that's someone into the back of me there. That was the Audi into the back of me. That's frustrating. Right, this is another one of those there where you're looking at what's going on up ahead and you just think, surely enough, I must be able to drive through this pack. And as we found out on the stream the other night, not always the case. So I'm possibly driving straight into trouble here. Oh, the Audi goes for it as well. I do the opposite. I drive backwards from trouble. A bit too cautious and early on the brakes. Scarred by what happened to us on the stream the other night. Quite clearly. Thankfully for us there, the Audi goes to the inside, because admittedly I would have went into the back of him there. Just trying to do a little bit of fuel saving where possible there. And where it kind of makes sense, where we're not going to lose too much time. Once again, everybody kind of side by side here. We've dropped off a little bit. It's going to be more or less guaranteed that something goes wrong for someone here. Oh, there it is. There it is. Unfortunately for us, not able to capitalise on any of that. Whoa, pushed wide a bit there. Gonna nudge this Alpha past the Audi, I think. Not quite. Definitely getting held up now. Definitely getting held up now. Oh man, no! What am I doing? This Alpha's fuel saving too much. I'm gonna have to try and get past here, I think. Holds his line, he holds it, fair play. This could end up being quite a disappointing race. Look at this gap, all those guys running further up ahead. We've just lost so much time to them all now. Get past these guys, clear them, and get past them and get gone. here we go. Bit of argy-bargy up ahead there. Surely we can get past this Alpha now. Right, hopefully we can clear him now. Try and get onto the back of these guys. Right, come on, someone's serving a penalty. We just need something like that to upset the grid a little bit. See that one coming there. Let's see that one coming. Oh, there's that bloody Alpha again. He's raced well in that Alpha. He's raced very well. I'm presuming he's having to fuel save quite a bit though. Last few laps is where it's going to be at. If it's going to kick off, looks like it's going to be these last few laps. The Alpha is the car that I know has the higher top end, so he's definitely fuel saving if we're able to be a little bit quicker like this. Oh, he's had to go offline there. Going to get a penalty for that though, isn't he? Yeah. This Alpha will just not leave us alone. It's mega though. That's not a bad thing. He's raced very well in that Alpha. Shame that he's got the penalty there. Right, few people with penalties here. We're going to get past this guy. He served a big enough penalty, I think, for us to be able to get past here. I'm going to take a slightly wider line, brake a bit later, slightly wider line, try and get turned in. Try not to lose too much time there. This has been such a busy race, and all of that, and we've gained 2 positions. All of that for the sake of 2 positions up the grid is crazy. That worked very hard for that. I feel like I'm braking too much there. I feel like I don't need to stop the momentum of the car that much. Try and focus on a better exit next time round. Right, still on track for fuel. We're catching up to these guys here rather rapidly there now. Blitz through this chicane here. GTR's got the run on us there. He can have it as well, as far as I'm concerned. Because that was a big risk for him, that. Wasn't really worth me defending it either. someone's gone. Can we make up a couple of positions here? These guys, oh! Look at that, wheel to wheel to wheel. Yeah, that's. I knew that was going to end in some sort of carnage like that. We've just got to try and get round it now, get through it. I'll try and follow this Spaniard through, maybe. Try and get this WRX on the outside. He boxes that one off. He's not going to let us have that. Clumsy. That was clumsy by me there. Tried to go at the apex late. Actually lost control of the car a little bit there. That's a bit silly of me, that. There we go. Right, we've actually done it properly this time round. We've got enough fuel, which should see us through the rest of the race. End up turning very late. There we go. WRX is going to have a penalty there. Penalty. Is anyone going to trip up over themselves in terms of battles here, and in terms of fuel? Actually, are they going to trip over themselves in in under fuel? Well, in lack of fuel saving. Could still happen yet. Right on the back of P7 and 8 here, particularly P8, of course. Didn't mean to be down into second gear there, obviously. Can we have the GTR on exit here? Straight to the inside we go. Absolutely we can do. Is he going to hang it around the outside? Where is he on the radar? To the inside. We're going to have the exit here. Magic. And we're going to have... Oh! Hey! There we go. Whew! He ran out of fuel. We worked hard in that one, let me tell you. We worked hard in that one. That was a good race, though. That was a good race. That is the hardest we've had to work in a race for the sake of a few positions. up the grid. In fact, actually, we got 6 there, actually, didn't we? We got 6 positions. I think we start P13 and we end in P7. I was going to say 17. P7. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Bob. 300. What's that? 360 cars. Only drive about 6 or 7 of them. It is the way that the lobbies are at the moment, isn't it? There's a lot needs to be done on balance of power. For sure, a lot needs to be done. Nice. It is nice to see a couple of Audis in this one. As you say, maybe it's. I don't think it's fuel though. I thought they were quite thirsty on fuel, so maybe it's not. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Scirocco and the RCZ were good on GT Sport. Shit on tyre wear. Yeah, it's. I haven't seen them in these lobbies in a long time. In any of the Group 4 lobbies, I feel like I haven't seen either of those cars in a long time. To the point where I hate the Peugeot, but to the point where I almost miss the Peugeot. So maybe we could do with that back in the lobby. But yeah, 6 positions raised. Enjoyed that one. Really enjoyed it. And did we certainly worked hard. There's no doubt about that. So we will end the stream there. Hope everybody has enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching and tuning into the stream. Tuning into this video. If it becomes its own little YouTube video. Really do appreciate it. But there we go. What do we think of that then? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Happy with it. Happy with it. Some more good results in terms of racing against those A pluses. So, yeah, good fun. Good fun. Right then, we're going to end it there. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Monaco demo event. Let's have a little look at this. When's that then? Is that Monday? 29th. What day is the 29th? Is that a Monday? I think it is, isn't it? No, Tuesday? 29th is the Tuesday. Ooh, I might be able to do that. I might be able to do that race. That'll be good. That'll be really good. Yeah, let's see if I can do that. That'll be a good one to stream, I think. For sure. Right, I hope everyone's enjoyed the stream. Appreciate everybody tuning in as always. We're going to do quite a bit in the next couple of weeks. We've got quite a lot of streams, and I'm going to try and, as I've mentioned as well, do the Friday streams as well. A little bit more of this. Bit of Friday fun on Gran Turismo Sport. I have set up, by the way, would you like to know? I have set up my second account. But I just need to I need to complete the campaign so that I can get online on that. I'm about halfway through because I totally forgot about that. So there we go. I will say once again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope you've all enjoyed it. And yeah, I shall catch you hopefully Sunday, if not Monday, if not Tuesday, if not Friday, if not another day. So there we are. Enjoy what is left of the weekend. Or the weekend's only just begun. So enjoy the weekend. And I shall catch you all in a little bit. Womble was streaming that Fuji race last night. Keith and I, Broadbent was in Womble's chat last night. No way. That's awesome. Oh, love it. That's mega. What a treat. I don't think we'll be as lucky though. But you never know. We'll try our best. But there we go. Right, everyone, enjoy your weekend. I shall let you all go. Appreciate you tuning in, and I shall catch you in another stream. Toodles!